From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Well, some of us did get to see some light rain this morning, even for parts of the valley. It was nothing significant. The main storm system, as expected, went through to our south over the Bay Area and continued to move down to the south and east. Now, there are more systems coming in behind that, so even though for the most part we dodged this storm, we've got more storms heading away. It's going to bring us more rain and even some lower elevation snow. It could create some problems here if you are going to be traveling in the higher elevations over the next few days. So cool, unsettled the rest of the week, and not to mention this weekend. Snow levels between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. So yeah, lower snow levels could mean some travel delays. Chain requirements are a very good possibility too, and looking mainly dry as we go into early next week. Okay, so you can see the system right here. You see the swirling area of low pressure. We kind of take you back about 12 hours. And it moved down to the south and east. So the center of the low actually moved through the Bay Area, but the flow around that low did help to bring us the clouds and some of those light showers that we did see late last night. Now, off over the Pacific, you can see a lot of activity here, and this is all heading our way, but the bulk of the activity looks to be mainly over the Pacific Northwest, and we'll kind of get those classic cold fronts that pass through and break apart before really hitting the valley, which we'll see here on a future cast. So today, we'll actually probably see some breaks in the clouds. Turning out to be not such a bad day, actually. We'll be looking at some sunshine, but temperature still on the cool side. Low 60s for the valley, 40s and 50s for the higher elevations. And then we take you into your Thursday. All right, so as we go into tomorrow, we're going to maybe start off with some light snow flurries to start off to the north and east. Modoc County, northern Lassen County, for example. Not much activity, it looks like, even for Siskiyou County, but we're going to begin to see the cold front begin to take shape here as we go through the morning hours tomorrow. So, some heavier rainfall for the coast, making its way into western Siskiyou County. Still dry for the first half of the day in the valley eastward, but you can see in Siskiyou County around noon, we're beginning to see some of the rain. Now, also, we're beginning to see some of the snow. Now, see the darker shades of blue? That's some heavier snow, but you have to go up pretty high in elevation for that heavy snow. And then there you can see by 3 p.m. on Thursday, that heavier snow now in the higher elevations of Modoc County and some showers. But you see how organized that storm was first half of the day on Thursday, but then as it moves over the mountains, it breaks apart, and we just don't see a lot of rain for the valley. But there will be some measurable rainfall for the valley for your Thursday afternoon. That then pushes off to the east. Here's 6 p.m. on Thursday. Still some snow flurries off to the east. Fairly dry for the valley, and then maybe another round of some showers here and snow in the higher elevations off to the west. It starts to dry out. We're seeing less and less in the way of the snow flurries as we go into Thursday night, so that system's pretty much out of here. But there's another one coming in behind it for your Friday. So we're starting off dry and cool for Friday morning, but there you can see the leading edge of the next system. Now this one looks to push a little bit more to the north than Thursday's system. So you can see noon on Friday, we're seeing most of the activity to the north and west. So central, western Siskiyou County, Del Norte, Humboldt, and not to mention Trinity County. Snow levels still at this point, probably somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. So I think we're going to be in the form of rain for Hay Fork and Weaverville, but Mount Shasta, you could be looking at some snowflakes. But we're not going to see a ton of accumulation. Now, this is some widespread heavier snowfall possibly making its way into parts of Siskiyou and not to mention Modoc County, but even the mountains of Shasta and even into Lassen County as well. So 5 p.m. Friday, again, notice the activity here mainly to the north. We're not really seeing a lot of rain making its way southward in places like Chico and Oroville. So there's a very good chance that as you head down into Hama, Glenn, and Butte counties, you actually might be dry through the day on Friday, but there's still maybe a chance for a stray shower here through the day on Friday. All right, so let's take a look at some of those snowfall totals as estimated here over the next couple of days through Friday night. Here's through Friday, 5 p.m. So yeah, I mean, El Tourist, you could see some measurable snowfall. Not a lot. You're talking about a couple of inches possible. Now, we could be looking at the potential for, as I mentioned, some snowflakes around Mount Shasta, Bernie, and Aden, and even Chester. But at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to amount to much. You saw kind of where the swath of heavier snow is expected to be, and that's to the north and east. We're not going to see a lot of it making its way down into the northern Sierra. All right, so let's take a look at the long range, and of course now everyone's thinking about the Christmas parade, the lighted Christmas parade in Redding. You can see there is a little bit of shower activity trying to make its way in, but I really think for the most part it's not going to be a bad evening as far as rain is concerned, so I think it'll just be cool. But I don't anticipate it to be terribly wet for the lighted Christmas parade. You see a little bit of snow off to the north and east. Now we've got one last push of moisture coming in the first half of the day on Sunday. Everyone's seen that chance for showers. That moves down to the south, and then at this point, it's beginning to look like we're going to start off next week with dry conditions. Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday of next week, and then maybe near the end of next week, we see another round of showers. But really, overall, when we're looking at these systems coming through, we're not anticipating a ton of rain for most of us, and we're not expecting a ton of snow. So these are just kind of these systems that are just going to be passing on through. Wave heights here for today. Now you can see between 5 and 6 feet as you head out, and then of course we're going to begin to see those wave heights begin to increase as we take you on into your Thursday afternoon. So for today, yeah, it's going to be mainly dry. Temperatures low 60s again for the valley. 40s for the most part in the mountains, although places like Trinity County more like the 50s. Upper 50s to around 60 for the inland areas and upper 50s for the coast. So let's take a look at your 7-day outlook, and we're getting a better picture and a better idea of what to expect. Cool and unsettled here for Thursday, Friday, and through the weekend. Now, I think by the second half of the day on Sunday, that main storm system will be out of here. Snow levels on average between 3,000 and 4,000 feet Thursday through Saturday. We'll probably see those snow levels climb a bit as we get to the end of the weekend, and for Sunday in particular. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook for the valley. Now, the showers off and on. We're not going to see a ton of rainfall out of this, but I think each and every single day there is a chance for some raindrops for all of us. Now, as I mentioned, I think on Friday it'll be just a chance for places like Chico. It'll be a slim chance as most of it will be to the north, but then Saturday, Sunday, we do have those weak systems passing through, giving us a shot for some at least light measurable rainfall. Here's the coast, and you can see Thursday all the way through Sunday, off and on chances for rain. The heaviest rainfall is expected to be in Del Norte County, where really once all is said and done, we could be looking at upwards of 3 to even upwards of 5 inches of rain.